What? First place to look is my cave. I always wanted to try out squatting anyway. It's been a week or so after the last episode, and Toy wants to help out on Applejack's farm. Spike's badass is weighing Twilight down, and him looking for the perfect apple to snack on is making Twi hungry as fuck. Unfortunately, when Spike finds the perfect apple, he eats it immediately, leaving Twilight to starve to death. Then, using the stem that connected the apple to the tree, Spike immediately creates paper, burping it out in a way that several ponies hate him for in the season due to the matriarchy that governs Equestria, revoking any and all stallion rights. Celestia, thinking Twilight and Spike are at home, give them both a ticket to the most high-class events in Equestria ever, the Grand Galloping Gala, which takes place in the most high-class city ever. Like, you got no idea. I'm so glad I didn't grow up in Canterlot. Unfortunately, Twi's not home. She's helping Applejack on her farm, which means Applejack sees the ticket, much to Celestia's dismay.
I don't want any of that girly, frilly, frou-frou nonsense.
Spike pretends he doesn't like the Grand Galloping Gala, just like transfers pretending they don't like MOP before the other Trans Awakening. We'll see later though that he actually does want to go. I mean, you know, Cole SERIEZ acting like anything even slightly girly is a crime against spontaneity. Talking about the gala prompts... Fuck. Talking about the gala prompts AJ to talk about it too. Talking about how if she did go to the gala, it'd be really helpful for her. Considering her main activity 24/7 is hard manual labor, she considers helping out the family business, fixing up their house, getting more tools to make their job easier, and helping out her grandma to not live in excruciating agony 24/7. Which, of course, most ponies online interpret as her just being greedy, but come on, this bitch is struggling hard out here. I mean, personally, I'd say let the geese are rot already. She's clearly begging for it, but still, real good reason. AJ's mirror comes in since she got woken up by all the commotion. AJ's all like, the fuck, why didn't you help me out, babe? And Dashy's like, I was eeping, then goes on about why she wants to go. She crashed a Wonderbolt show and did her own tricks on some Tony Hawk shit to impress the Wonderbolts and hopefully join their team. Which, slight spoiler, but she never does join the Wonderbolts. I honestly wish we got to see her do the Buccaneer Blitz. It's like never brought up again and we never see it. It might be in some like comics, but I don't know, I haven't got around to reading those yet. Might review them sometime, I don't fucking know.
Hold on, there's one pony picking minute here.
You did not just say that. AJ and Artie start throwing hooves, going at it with each other until their auspice just comes in being like, stop, please, I'll just choose between y'all. Then, realizing she put herself in an awkward situation, she makes up an excuse to leave by summoning a death claw inside of her and saying she needs to go to the ER to give birth. After doing so, she's hungry as fuck. After all, she did lose a lot of blood, so she needs to recover, but on the way to Buck in the Box, Pinky tackles her trying to make a swift kill, trying to blame it on bats, hoping she'd make a good cover-up. I don't know any two of her friends so far have tried to kill her, but I'm sure they mean well. Pinky regrets her choice after seeing Twice got tickets to the gala and gets mad as fuck. Just like me for real. Like, she sings a whole ass song about it with music video and everything just out of nowhere, fleeing her delusions of grandeur. Rarity sees the tickets and wants in. Her narcissistic ass being like, oh, Twilight, why can't you let me meet my imaginary hyper-white cult friend who I'd marry within 1 hour of knowing? Like, come on, girl, you need to get realistic. Learn about boundaries and set them for yourself, lest you end up how I did when I was 15. She also wants to be a princess, apparently, because which, like, honestly, Rarity, you wouldn't look good with wings much. Fluttershy gets in on the shit too, talking about how she wants to go so she can see all the garden animals, as if she already don't smell like a Petco. All things the Angel Bunny giving her the extra nudge to be manipulative. Not sure we're ready so angry at any pony but her gun, but whatever, she's a drama queen. They all start arguing with each other and yelling at Twilight, making Twilight very validly overstimulated, making her yell at her own friends, which she feels very bad about and isolates herself at the restaurant for, which fucking same. Feeling immense pressure to choose between all her best friends that she just met. She spends the rest of the day thinking about it. She's probably thinking if she chooses somebody, it look like they're her fucking favorite. And of course that just makes Twi feel like shit. So, knowing that Twi feels overwhelmed, her friends try a more subtle approach, doing her favors and stroking her ego to try to coerce her into doing what they want. Rainbow Dash putting ring clouds over except for on Twi. Rarity putting her in an outfit with a saddle, which, What are they using a saddle for? Applejack singing a Twice a VD, Flitz cleaning and singing the song that she shouldn't know, and Pinky getting a crowd of ponies to throw Toy in the air as she sings about how Toy's best pony. Toy's like,
At least the other ponies tried to be subtle about the ticket.
then every pony in Ponyville wants in, forcing her to escape on a backdrop of uncopyrighted Benny Hill. She finally gets home and breaks down when she sees her friends are still there, getting all her bottled up thoughts out at once. Carrying on the floor, thinking the worst will come and that all of her friends will fucking hate her. Turns out, though, that her friends are understanding, as they realize what they did wrong and let up their tickets. Letting Toy do whatever she wants, not pushing and shoving and being selfish anymore. Except Dashi, of course, which, honestly, valid. Like, she can do whatever the fuck she wants, honestly.
You know, I haven't perfected my signature moves for the Wonderbolts anyway.
Oh my god, you're fucking blue bossing me with that bullshit. Please let me see the Buccaneer Blitz, I beg of you. In her letter to Celestia, she says, yeah, I don't think I want these anymore. They're kind of causing a divide in my poly and creating an unhealthy power dynamic, so yeah. Her friends are like, what the fuck? Why? We didn't actually want you to not choose between us, but Toy's all like, well, it's too bad I'm choosing none of us, because I can't decide who's best pony. Sorry, y'all, my bad. Guess y'all gotta understand the consequences. Fluttershy, being an expert manipulator, tries to guilt trip Twilight one more time, but Twi's a bit too dumb to realize she's trying to play reverse psychology, so it just flies over her head, and she's just like, yeah, it's alright, though.
Well, wallop my wither, Spike. Isn't that just like a boy? Can't handle the least bit of sentiment.
See what I mean? Question's just rife with misandry. She's all mad at Spike even though she knows Spike transfers letters via board magic. Celestia's like, fine, whatever, just stop arguing. This wasn't even supposed to be for any pony but Toy and Spike. And gives them all tickets. See, Applejack? No, Spike knows you hate him, and since he's a fucking baby, he'll probably have trust issues and some serious self-hatred for the rest of his goddamn life. Shame on you. Ignoring the blatant Ignoring all the blatant misandry though, Twice like, oh shit, now I don't gotta choose my favorite of the poly. And so they all go to dinner. Spike though realizes, hey wait, what the fuck, I wanted to go. Cause you know, you can never talk about your fucking feelings. He feels left out and wants to fucking cry and kill himself, but Celestia listens in on every pony's thoughts, so she's all like, okay, fine, here you go, whatever. Now every pony can go to the gala, and so starts the whole gala arc of season 1. What do I think? It's a good episode. Pretty awesome. Sets up a bunch of shit. We get to see the flaws of characters and shit. Sets up all the letters to Princess Celestia, who isn't real, by the way. Yeah, it's good. What? I'm not giving him a number ranking. Unless it's one of my favorite episodes, I don't know what to give. Remember last time? Anyway, thanks for watching. If you know where this place is on Bunkin', don't snitch and don't get stabbed on the way out.